Okay, so you guys know about my 30 for 30, and this is one of my awesome, amazing friends, Chad Tyler, and also is my CPA. I was referred to you from Jerry, who works for Roush Coleman. I'm sure you guys have seen my videos or heard me talking about Roush Coleman and how awesome they are and how awesome Jerry is. And when Jerry knew that I was looking for a CPA for my company, he couldn't recommend Chad fast enough. And so Chad is just doing really phenomenal things in life, and I'm thankful to have him not only as my CPA but also as a business partner. And so I'm excited for him to talk to you today. I'm excited for this interview. This is fantastic. Okay, Chad, well, tell them a little bit about yourself, what your titles are, your businesses, and whatnot.
So currently I work for a company called Acorn Growth Companies. I work as a senior accountant. The company is a private equity firm that invests in aerospace and defense companies. The company been established for a while now, and they're steadily growing, steadily acquiring companies and improving those companies.
Wow.
In addition to my full-time job, what I do at night, on nights and weekends, is that I provide credit restoration for individuals that are looking to purchase a home in the future, purchase a car in the future, and also if they want to start a business and need credit to get a loan if they need to. And the best part is that, as their credit score increase, they're going to get lower interest rates, which means saving them money. So the whole key is saving them money. And also, I provide individual and business, small business tax services and bookkeeping services.
True story.
Because I see that a lot of small businesses especially needs help with keeping track of their records throughout the year, instead of scrambling, being stressed out at the end of the year, trying to corroborate all of their reports to figure out, okay, am I going to owe any taxes at the end of the year, and am I correctly coding these items. So I help with those things. And then most people don't realize that taxes I think taxes are only done between January and April.
I thought this too.
But actually, taxes can be addressed throughout the whole year. And it's better to do it that way, and we consider that tax planning. Because what we can do is each quarter we can figure out, okay, how much taxes are you going to owe at the end of the year? And when we do that, we can withhold just enough taxes so that we won't have a refund at the end of the year. Most people receive tax refunds, and they do not know why they receive those tax refunds. The reason we receive those tax refunds is because that we overpaid the IRS each month. So for example, if we received a $2,000 refund after we filed our tax returns, that means that we over withheld on our federal taxes $166 each month. So let's think about this. If we had that money each month in our pockets, we can maximize our resources and use that to pay down debt or to cover any expenses, instead of, I don't have any money, so I gotta use my credit card, which leads to now I may have to have interest on that credit card. So now we're just wasting our resources.
Oh my gosh, and really, I'm so glad that you broke it down that way, because I'm always that person that's like, I need to get that's like a glorified savings account, right? I look forward to having, Lord Jesus, a couple of $1,000s come back to me, but it never really occurred to me like, hey, well, you can do it in such a way where you don't owe anything because you're keeping that money in your pocket, right? I kind of look at it like it's already got to go out. I'm just trying to figure out how I can get some of it back, right? And that's the wrong mentality, and that's definitely something that I've learned, which was why it was a no-brainer for me to be like, hey, can you handle my corporate entities and things? Because I don't know what I'm doing, right? I obviously don't know what I'm doing, and we all know you can sell your house yourself, you can fix your credits yourself, you can do a whole bunch of things yourself, but it's going to take you time that you probably don't have. It's going to cost you money that you probably didn't want to spend, right? Than you could if you just allowed an expert to do it. Now I know that you're doing an educational event, and some of this information that he has just given you, this gold that he has just dropped on us today, what a blessing. But I know that he's going to be doing an educational event, and it's loud, but the reason why it's loud is because we're actually here at Main Event on Memorial, and so we're dealing with the traffic that's across the street. We're here sitting down because this is actually where the event is going to be. And it's going to be a tie between the taxes and finances. Can you talk more about that?
So the event is going to be hosted at Main Event. Date and time will be in the future. So the event, the purpose of the event is going to talk about tax education. So and that piece is we're going to actually go through real life examples of how to calculate your taxes. And most of my clients want to actually sit down with them and tell them why they received the refund. They are amazed and surprised how easy the calculation was and why they received the refund and why certain taxes are owed or not owed. And when I tell them these things, that their minds are blown because it's just so easy. Now, understanding that once you become a high income earner, it gets a little bit more complicated, but most of us, it's pretty straightforward. It's subtraction and an addition. So that's one piece. The second piece is the power of credit. To understand how credit is calculated, how scores are calculated, tips, why it's important, how it can save us money in the long run. And then the third topic would be giving them the opportunity to own their own business, so they can earn extra weekly income, monthly income, or whatever that may be. And what I want to do is, or what I'm going to do is, I'm going to have a targeted group for each event. So my first targeted group will be teachers, so that way there will be like-minded individuals in one area, so they can understand their experiences and share their experiences, and all have the same mind to help each other, so we can be successful, not be so stressful about finances, and make our way to financial freedom.
Yes. And I mean, this is important. I don't know, and I want to kind of piggyback on what I experienced with Chad, because we didn't start out with him being a part of the business, right? We didn't start out with going to Chad for our business reasons. We started going out to, oh, thank you, that's so sweet. I'm giving the interview to him, he's feeling the hold the camera. But we started out because it was about my personal taxes. As a corporate entity, I realized that I didn't know where the personal was affecting the professional, because my business is out of my home. And I realized that I was assuming I had tax breaks or cutoffs that could have probably put me in a really weird situation. And so I prayed on it, and I'm so thankful that he was presented to me, because what I found was that I had some things wrong, right? I was trying to do it myself. I've done my taxes every single year for my husband and myself, and I realized that I did a lot of things wrong. I didn't have the codes, I didn't understand it, and what he provided was a very awesome breakdown to the point where I saw what I had wrong. He didn't have to tell me what I got wrong. I saw it. I was like, oh, that's not allowed, right? Like, that's not okay. So, and when you have a business, it's a matter of time before you get audited. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when. And so for me, it was like, I'm not playing games with the IRS, right? Like, I'm not gonna do that. So I wanted to have somebody that was educated about this. And so I love being a business partner with him, because again, I know that the IRS is gonna get their money and they're not coming after me. But I also want to make sure that they're not getting too much of my money, because as an entrepreneur, I know how much it matters to take that money. You can take that $160 and invest it, right? Versus allowing them, the government, which is reality, what they're doing is they're taking your money and they're investing it in themselves. So you can take that money and invest it in yours. If you are not going to do anything with that, if you're going to take that $160 and throw it away, well, maybe you should wait till the end of the year and go ahead and do it, because that's what I did, right? Like, I didn't really do anything with that money. I was just like, woo, it's time to shop. Yeah, and it's good. I'm going to pay off this credit card and we're good to go, right? But if you really want to, if you're investing and you're ready to start growing in your future and with the things that are happening here in Oklahoma, I think a lot of people are about to find out how important it is to invest in yourself and how important it is to be a good steward of that money, right? And make sure it goes back to something. You can make your money make money for you, right? And it can be a small amount. It doesn't have to be a large amount. So I've witnessed, I'm a product of taking $100 a month, and eventually that grew over 13 years to $75,000, which is how I started my business, debt-free, right? So I know that you don't need a lot to start with. You just got to start somewhere. All right, I think we kind of nailed that one in the head. I think it's going to be a fantastic event. I will be at this educational event, and even though we're business partners, I know I have a ton to learn from him. He is an expert at what he does, and I want to better my knowledge and help others by sharing what he has. So I pray that you guys are able to make it to the event, but trust me, I will definitely be there, and I will definitely be pushing out information. So with it, what's to say? What is your wrong list? I did an interview yesterday, and it's all about Mary Kay. So, what do you pray? What do you wish to accomplish with this event? So, what does a successful event look like for you?
For me, in my perspective, it's just sharing the information and giving others the opportunity to hear the information and give them the opportunity to make a decision on the information that they've heard. I can give all the information I can, and nobody can take the initiative to move forward with it, but my obligation is to give the information that I have, and if I don't, I'm being selfish, and I'm learning to give back what I have to benefit others. So the goal is just to share the information and give them opportunity, the knowledge to make their decisions and to be successful themselves.
I love that, right? How many people, their success is based off of simply just giving of their heart, their knowledge, as best as they possibly can, right? What does that, what does that do, right? That says to you, just come and meet this individual. That says come and get to know it, because he's willing to give it all away. He's willing to give you this knowledge for free that can help you save money, that can help you grow your business, that can help you, period, dot, right? And if you don't want that help, that's fine. But if you do, this is definitely an open door, okay? This is one of my favorite questions that I ask. For a lot of people, I ask everybody this: what is your favorite thing or fun fact? I am a realtor, so I love to talk about the area. Favorite thing or fun fact about the city you live in?
So I currently live in between the towns of Yukon and El Reno. To be honest, I really don't get out a lot, but the location I live is that it's outside of the city, but at the same time I still have easy access within the city, and then Yukon is growing tremendously, which is crazy. So it's giving us the opportunity not to have drop all the way into the city. They actually just built up Cheddars, so now we don't have to go all the way to Midwest City or to Norman to eat at Cheddars. But we had to alter our eating budget because now we have easier access to Cheddars.
Yes.
So I think that the fact that it's a city that's just growing, a town that's growing, and it's creating more opportunities, which I guess is great for all of us. It's good that they're growing. That means that you would think there's money flowing through, and there's more opportunities for us or for anybody that wants to be successful.
Man, awesome. And so everybody, I'm going to have his contact information down here at the bottom. We will definitely, once we have more confirmed dates on the event, but please, please, please don't hesitate to say ahead of time, please, I'm interested, right? Let him know, right? Like how big he needs to grow this, because he's going to plan for at least 20, right? We're planning for at least 20, but hey, let's grow it to 100. Why not, right? Why not come to main event, have some fun, enjoy, play some games. I'm looking forward to it because I've actually never been here. So this is a fantastic, now I have a really awesome excuse to come here in the middle of the day. or even in the evening, whatever it's going to be, right? And so I know I'm in. I really hope that you guys come, but even though you're going to see the information down below, how else can people contact you?
They can reach me at my email address at chad.tyler15@yahoo.com. I will provide my phone number in the comments below. And then also the credit restoration business is www.myfes.com/ctyler1 to see the opportunities and the benefits of financial education services, the power of credit, and also to earn weekly income.
Oh, fantastic. And just so you guys know, please understand, right, that I think you did a phenomenal job on this interview. And this is probably, I'm guessing this is your first?
Absolutely.
Your first interview. I am pushing all of my friends out of their comfort zone every day, but I'm so proud of them because I know that they have, and I push because I know that they have so much knowledge that I know the world needs to hear, right? At least our nice little circle here in Oklahoma City. And I pray that that event is going to be such a blessing to so many, that this interview in itself is already a blessing to individuals, because they're gonna see that there is an easy way to change the narrative, right? All right, well, that's it for us. This is out, right? Look forward to my next 30, the next interview for the 30 for 30, and God bless.